You open your laptop, start coding, and suddenly realize two developers can solve the same problem in completely different ways. Same result, totally different thinking. So, which one is right? Well, both are. And that's where programming paradigms come in. Think of programming paradigms like styles of cooking. You can fry, bake, grill, or steam the same ingredient. But each method gives you a completely different result and experience. Programming works the same way. A programming paradigm is basically a way of thinking about how to write code. It's about the language. It's about the mindset. For example, some paradigms focus on step-by-step instructions, like following a recipe. Others focus on functions and transformation. And one of the most popular ones is object-oriented programming, as known as OOP. OOP flips the way you think about code. Instead of asking, what step do I need? You start asking, what thing exists in my system? Not actions, objects. And those objects behave like things in the real world. Let's say you are building a game. You could write a bunch of instructions like move player, reduce health, add score. That works, but it gets messy fast. Now let's try OOP. Instead, you create a player object. That player has health, position, score, and also actions, move, take damage, gain points. Now everything related to the player is in one place. It's like instead of writing random nodes everywhere, you organize everything into a single character sheet. Cleaner, easier, less chaos. OOP is built on 4 core ideas. Think of them as rules of the game. First, encapsulation. Keep things together. Data and behavior live in the same place, like a coffee machine. You press a button, coffee comes out. You don't need to know what's happening inside. That's encapsulation. Hide the complexity. Second, abstraction. Hide unnecessary details. You only see what matters. Like driving a car, you don't think about combustion engines or fuel injection. You just press the pedal. OP lets you focus on what something does, now how it does it. Third, inheritance. Reuse stuff. Instead of creating everything from scratch, you build on top of existing things. Example, a vehicle class. You can build car, bike, truck objects. They all share common features like speed and movement. Why rewrite the same logic over and over? Fourth, polymorphism. Same action, different behavior. Same method, different results. A move action in a car moves on the road. In a plane moves in the air. In a boat moves in water. Same idea, different execution. That's polymorphism, and it makes systems flexible. Fun fact, here's something interesting. OOP became massively popular in the 19th. And a language like Java were built entirely around it. But today, many developers mix OP with other paradigms because no single approach solves everything perfectly. When can we use OP? OP shines when you're building large systems, when you have many interacting parts, or when you want code that's easy to maintain. But it's not always the best choice. Sometimes OP can add unnecessary complexity or make simple things harder. That's why experienced developers don't just ask, "How do I write this?" They ask, "What's the right way to think about this problem?" Quick recap. Programming paradigms equals different ways of thinking about code. OP focuses on objects instead of steps. Objects combine data and behavior. The four pillars of OP is encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. And most importantly, OP helps you organize complexity. If you want to actually become a better developer, don't just learn syntax, learn how to think, because that's what separates someone who copies code from someone who understands it. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe for more videos that make complex tech feel simple. And tell me in the comments, have you ever used OP without realizing it? See you next time!